and helping Iraqis achieve a united, stable, and free country will require our sustained commitment. We come to Iraq with respect for its citizens, for their great civilization, and for the religious faiths they practice. We have no ambition in Iraq except to remove a threat and restore control of that country to its own people.
You cannot have peace, you cannot have stability, you cannot restore Syria, you cannot save Syria from disintegration as long as Bashar al-Assad remains in power.
In what right does John Kerry say to Bashar al-Assad, you can't save Syria, you can't stay in Syria? Can we do that to your democratic country, ask your president not to be there and not to save his country and not to be in power? Shouldn't it come through the ballot box or through what John Kerry says? Isn't this colonial, what John Kerry said today? Do you think there's real democracy in the United States when they deal with countries like this? In Syria, there is a war. There is a horrid terrorism. The Syrian people are suffering a huge deal. There is a lot of bloodshed. But I can say that the interference of countries, namely Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and the United States, has caused the Syrian people, their institutions, their lives, their security, their peace of mind.
With the country's internal situation getting increasingly unstable, Libya now appears to be as far as it can get from the route that Washington envisioned for the Libyans when NATO went bombing the country.
Our goal is focused, our cause is just, and our coalition is strong.
The situation is very obvious. The Ministry of Interior unleashed all the thugs to destroy the cities. So people would say that they still need the regime. We don't want the regime. We want either a constitutional amendment or something that says that the next president of Egypt will be chosen by the people. When we say we don't want the regime, it doesn't mean we don't want Hosni Mubarak as a person and be stuck with someone else who's imposed on us. We want to choose our president because we want to take this country into the future.
Well, I mean, since 2003 and the toppling of the Saddam dictatorship, Saudi Arabia has been vehemently opposed and fiercely against the democratic change in Iraq. It perceives it as a major existential threat to its tyrannical dictatorship, which is considered to be the bastion of dictatorship in the region and in the Arab world. Saudi Arabia have sought since day one to destabilize, discredit, derail the fledgling democracy in Iraq with the ultimate goal of dismantling the whole entire democratic process in Iraq.
Standing in the rain, some waiting for hours, the people of Afghanistan lined up, each holding their voting card, their ticket to democracy.
We work for him to win the future. We want to build a future for this man.
My fellow citizens, the dangers to our country and the world will be overcome. We will pass through this time of peril and carry on the work of peace. We will defend our freedom. We will bring freedom to others, and we will prevail. May God bless our country and all who defend her.